from Karnataka University, Dharwad in 1995. Sir worked in tile industries before joining the cement industry, and after that Sir joined Ultratech Cement in sales in Bangalore in 1995. After that Sir worked at Hubli as area sales manager from 2001 to 2005. After that worked as area sales manager in Bangalore rural from 2005 to 2018. Now Sir based at Hubli from 2018 as a regional head marketing and handling North Karnataka and Goa region, covering 18 districts, total of 18 districts. Sir is interested in various customer education initiatives, customer service and improvement of construction quality, and responsible for launch of various new products such as Ultratech Super in Bangalore rural, Mysore and across the North Karnataka region. Sir is concerned about climatic change and its effects and passionate about contributing to various sustainability efforts, interested to improve the work and quality by embracing the digital transformation, and being a civil engineer, he values the contribution of civil engineers in India's growth and vision. And he has a lot of respect for construction industry. With a brief information about Mr. Engineer Raghavendra Desai sir, I am present before you. Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Setting goal is the first step in turning the invisible to the visible. With these words, I request our chief guest to address the gathering.
Ellarigu namaskara. A very good morning, and thank you very much for a very nice introduction given to me by Professor. And today's guest of honor, Dr. Sharad Joshi, Chairman, Dr. Manvi, Principal and my teacher, Professor Patgundi, HOD, Mr. Devappa, Dr. Devappa, and Jyoti ma'am, and all the dignitaries of the dais. I am seeing a lot of senior, executive engineers and personalities here. Very good morning to all of you, and thank you for inviting me for this very special program. In fact, when I was invited for this program, I was a bit surprised because I am neither an engineer nor a management guy. I am a mixture of both. So I am not much into engineer, though I am a civil engineer, and I have good colleagues like Bairu and Srivatsa who take care of all the technical activities that we do. I am there just to greet and say hello to people and just carry on. I am basically into sales and marketing of cement, but then we do a lot of technical activities and a lot of academic interactions also. So therefore, that was one reason why I got surprised. But then Professor Patgundi was my teacher in KLE. So I remember very well, he taught us surveying, and we had our own difficulties when we were studying, and then he was very supportive of to the students, and I remember Professor Patgundi very well. So when he invited me, I just could not refuse. So that was something that I wanted to share with you. Actually, today I wanted to talk a little bit about the challenges to teachers. I don't know whether the context is right or not, because I'm seeing a lot of students. But then I'll just touch upon the subject which I feel. I mean, I will try to tell it in such a manner that even students would not mind what I'm talking. I think the context today is that the teacher is no more a supreme power of, center of knowledge. Ma'am, am I right? Because every student has got an access to information. And I was a student of engineering many, many years back. And then my son has just completed engineering and has joined some company. And I'm able to see the change in students from the way we were and the way the students are today. They have access to information, one thing. And then teachers have become more of a facilitators than lecturers. So that is one thing. I think a collaborative learning is required, and then I'm sure the various colleges are organizing program-based learnings or project-based learnings, and maybe gamification, learn through games and all that. So I think those kind of learning processes are required today in order to make it in which are there and accommodate ourselves to the new ways of learning which the students might expect. And at the same time, I think students should also try to dedicate good amount of time for the studies, because of late I've seen that there is a lot of distraction. So when we were students, there was no such distraction. There was no mobile, there was no internet, and we were, I think, more focused towards studies. I'm not blaming you people, you have got a lot of distractions today. But I think dividing your day, dividing your time for various activities will help you to have more focus, because these 4 years or 6 years, whatever we spend in the college, are the most valuable years according to me. And you will only feel it when you go out in your profession or from the students. Since it is a faculty development program, I was expecting more faculty here, but students are also there. So therefore I had to change my track a little bit.
So it's live streaming and online participants are there.
Okay, so if online participants are there, then I think that's fair enough. But still I have wanted to cover this subject, the challenges of teachers, or rather the challenges of teaching as such. So that is what I wanted to touch upon. And mind you, I am not a teacher. I have never taught in my life. I am only sharing my experience as an observer and as a parent, as a someone who does little bit of training within the organizational setup that we have. We have people in sales, we have people in technical, and then people who interact with customers, and also the construction fraternity, like masons and so on. So we do have a lot of training programs, but I am not a teacher myself. I just shared teaching or learning profession that is there today. So I think Professor Devappa allowed me to talk a little bit about what activities we do as Ultratech. So I think I would like to touch a little bit on that also. Some of I think Ultratech has got some kind of a MOU with SGBIT, and we are doing some kind of activities here, technical activities. And this is something that my colleague Bairu told me. But for those who may not be knowing about Ultratech, I just want to tell a little bit about Ultratech. Ultratech is part of Aditya Birla Group. Our chairman is Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla. And we have several companies, and cement is one of them. Cement is one of the major businesses of Aditya Birla Group. The group has got operations in 35 countries across 5 continents, and has about 130 various manufacturing facilities. As far as cement is concerned, the group has a capacity of 119 million tons, which is the largest in India, and which is the 3rd largest in the entire world, excluding China. So when we started selling cement, cement was more of a commodity, and people used to apply for cement, wait for cement, and then take it. But now, as you see, there are a lot of cement companies and a lot of cement brands are available. But what we thought at Ultratech is that we don't want to just remain a cement company. We started thinking as to what more we can do to increase the value for the customer who is buying our cement. Therefore, we decided to transform ourselves from being a cement company to a solutions provider, wherein we have launched several other products other than cement. But before even launching the other products, we launched the technical services cell, which is the first in the entire industry. When we launched our technical services, there was no other cement company having a similar technical services cell. So Bhairu is my technical services person in Belgaum, and he himself is a civil engineer, and he interacts with all strata of construction industry, be it masons, engineers, supervisors, and contractors, and everybody who is involved in construction. He interacts with them, he understands their requirements, and tries to help them out with the overall objective of improving the quality of construction, improving the quality of workmanship. So this is the only objective, and for that we are not the complete resource persons. We are very fortunate to have affiliation with several good engineering colleges. I mean, I just cannot name most of the engineering colleges. We are having some kind of understanding, and we try to impart the education that is required for the customer who is willing to construct his house or his building. And we also have done a lot of coordination with the government departments also. I think the one that I remember very clearly is the white topping, which was started in Bangalore as an experiment, and Ultratech was the chief knowledge transfer agency for the white topping experiments. And white topping has been taken up extensively in various cities now. Hubli also has seen, Belgaum has seen. So that was one area where Ultratech did a lot of coordination. Knowledge was there, but it was not practically being used. So we acted as a facilitators for that. And I think recently you must have seen the Chief Minister inaugurated the, what is it called? Rapid roads. So again concrete roads, but made with the precast slabs. So in that also we got involved and tried to make it a practical reality. Because even with white topping, you need to wait for 20-25 days to allow the traffic, and there's a lot of political pressure and public pressure to open the traffic. Because when I was in Bangalore, I was seeing white topping had become a really painful activity, and we had to pass through various gullies and different by lanes to reach office. So, but when it is done now, completed, if you see Mysore Road, it is very convenient to travel. So to make it fast, I think this rapid road technology has come, and people are studying the feasibility, but still an effort has been made. With regard to the building products that I was referring to earlier, we now have about 40-45 other building products also, which basically help the customer to choose from a single point of contact various products that he might require. Examples being the tile adhesives or the waterproofing compounds. And we even have RMC in the city of Hubli and Belgaum. So a customer who wants to put RMC for his slab can put the RMC. So this is something that I wanted to tell about Ultratech. I don't want to be using this opportunity for only talking about Ultratech, because this is a totally different program with a very noble objective of imparting education to the people who are going to educate others. So this is a faculty development program, but still I wanted to just touch upon that aspect of education which we as a corporates do to improve the quality of construction in general. So that is something that we are trying to contribute with the same objective. And other than that, I want to also mention, because during my introduction he mentioned about sustainability. I'm someone who's quite worried about the climate change. If you see BBC or any international channel like Al Jazeera and all, you can see a lot of concerned articles or concerned documentaries on climate change. So I firmly believe in that, and try to do as much as possible to minimize the damage of climate change. Just a small example being avoiding the use of plastic. So like that. So that is something that is there in my mind. I have not done much concrete on that front till, but I try to do to the extent possible. And as far as our company is concerned, we are also a sustainability conscious company, I can say. We have about 476 megawatts of green power, and Ultratech is 3.8 times water positive, which means whatever water we use for our manufacturing process, 3.8 times of that water we clean and we leave it to the nature. So that is something that we are doing. We have done a lot of skill development program for women. We have trained women masons also in some parts of the country, and we have imparted various livelihood experiences or training to the people around our plants. That is something that we do. It is decided by our HO at Mumbai, but we do mostly these activities in and around our manufacturing plant locations. So this is a little bit about Ultratech, and I think in the coming days, whenever the opportunity comes, our technical people will come and try to interact more with the civil engineering students, which will help us to contact with the future engineers, because engineers are our, I would say, future stakeholders, and then the students will get opportunity to get some practical inputs from the people who are working with us. So I think with this brief introduction about Ultratech and my feelings about the so I think several senior teachers are sitting here. Maybe I am not the right person, but I just shared my experience as an observer. So with this, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you very much for inviting me, and my best wishes for the program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your work life and life experience and most enlightening speech, which will surely upgrade our knowledge. Only by giving, you're able to receive more than what you already have. With these words, I request all the dignitaries to come forward to present a memento to the chief guest. Thank you, everyone. I request Professor Sandeep sir to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Sharad Joshi sir, to the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. It's feel me very much proud to introduce our guest of honor, a very high credibility person, Dr. Sharad Joshi sir, securing first rank to the university. He was given state award, cash prize and medal for securing highest percentage of marks, including all the branches of engineering in the Karnataka University. He also adjudged as the best outgoing student of the college. He passed the diploma in information technology with 99.1% of marks, again securing first place to CDAC Pune. He finished his master's in civil engineering from Pune University. He obtained his PhD in civil engineering under the guidance of Dr. I.D. Gupta, Department of Earthquake Engineering, IIT Roorkee, in the field of seismic design of dams. Sir turned engineer all over the state of Maharashtra from 1987 to 2011, including construction of 4 large dams and many canals and canal structures. Considering his outstanding contribution, Government of Maharashtra awarded him Sir Vishweshwaraya State Award for Best Engineers at the hands of Honorable Governor of Maharashtra on September 2000. He accomplished the long pending critical and challenging work of Koyna Dam spillway strengthening, which is the first of its kind in the world. With the meticulous planning and extraordinary quality, and strictly as per the planned schedule and cost. In recognition, the government of Maharashtra again awarded him with the Sir Vishvesharaya Award as a leader of the best engineering team of the state, with the felicitation again at the hands of Honorable Government of Maharashtra with the cash prize of 1 lakh in the year 2007. After voluntary retirement in 2011 from the Water Resources Department of Government of Maharashtra, he started working as a professor and head Department of Civil Engineering at KL Institute of Technology, Hubli, and elevated to the position of Dean Academics in 2018, and presently Sir is serving as a principal of the institute. His other important assignments include member of Board of Studies VTU, member of Board of Examination VTU, member LIC VTU, member Board of Examination SDM CET Dharwad, member Board of BEC Bagalkot, member Board of Studies Government College of Engineering Karad. He has carried out extensively consultancy works in many fields such as structures of ECI, NPCL, MOIL, Indian Railways, and lift irrigation schemes, major dams in the state of Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana, Punjab, Bihar, Gujarat, etc. He was consultant with Green Sea India, New Delhi for the environmental clearance for upgradation of Hubli and Belgavi airports. He is a life member of Institution of Engineers India, International Commission on Large Dams India, Indian Water Resources Society, Indian Geotechnical Society, Indian Society of Earthquake Technology, Dams and Development Council of India, Indian Society for Technical Education, Indian Concrete Institute, Association of Consulting Civil Engineers, American Society of Civil Engineers, and is the Honorable Secretary of IGS Hubli Dharwad Chapter. He is a member of Working Group of Bureau of Indian Standards for drafting revised IS Code 1893 Part 5, Criteria for Earthquake Resistant Designs of Structures. He is an expert member of Dam Safety Review Panel under DRIP for Government of Gujarat and Government of Maharashtra. He is also an expert member for Chiploon Flood Study Group set up by Government of Maharashtra to evaluate the roles of releases from dams in aggravating the flood in Chiploon, Ratnagiri district, Maharashtra. He has published many papers in journals of international repute, including the ASCE. He has presented papers and also chaired sessions in the national and international conferences on hydro and water resources. He is also a reviewer for many international journals. He has visited the countries like USA. Joshi sir, once again, welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Achievement seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. With these words, I request our guest of honor to speak few words.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವರ ನೆನಪಿಗೆ ನಮಿಸಿ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿದಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮಾನ್ವಿಯವರೇ, ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರಾದಂಥವರು, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಲ್ Dr. Devappa, senior professionals attending this inaugural function, including the chairman IEI Local Center Belgavi, Engineer Jangal ji, and my own guru and my mentor, Engineer Jaur sir, Dr. Prakash, KB Prakash sir, my senior Professor Kadri ji, all the engineers from the PWD and Irrigation Department of Government of Karnataka who are present here, including the lady engineers, couple of lady engineers also are there. The organizers, Professor Jyoti Patil, and my dear loving students. I would not take long, but I would touch upon three aspects. My first part will be addressing the faculty who are offline and online participating in the 5 days workshop, 1 week workshop. It is 5 days or 6 days? 1 week faculty development program. The program has been devised keeping them in mind, and therefore they deserve the first priority to be addressed. And then not far behind will be the practicing engineers who have joined this FDP. And then in the third, most important, to whom all these efforts are concentrated to be addressed to, is the student fraternity. Firstly, about the faculty development program. It's very apt that an institution of reputation of SGBIT has thought of conducting the faculty development program in the field of geotechnical engineering to make aware of the recent trends and developments in this field and what are the future prospects in this field. So my compliments are due to Dr. Patgundi and Dr. Devappa for taking on this subject and arranging this FDP. Sir, congratulations and my compliments to both of you. This is very apt also and necessary also from the fact that for the faculty, newer and newer challenges are being posed day by day. Gone are the days when the faculty used to come prepared for one topic and delivered for 45 minutes or 1 hour and went off from the class. Whatever students learnt, whoever learnt have learnt, and whatever has been forgotten has forgotten. And the teacher also forgot the moment he went out of the class. This was one model of teaching a few years ago. People may not be knowing, the seniors know it. And the onus of learning was on students. The onus of teaching was not on teachers. Teacher was like a flowing river. Students were to fetch whatever they want to fetch from I'm not demeaning for any instance the teachers, they were there. They were all stalwarts and the greats. But that was the style of delivery. We derived a lot of inspiration and also knowledge during those days was like this. Whoever wants to take use of my knowledge can take. Who doesn't want to take it, well, it is left to him or her, because it is his or her life, her career, his career. So that was the philosophy, that was the point in mind when the classes were held. But now, as Engineer Desai sir rightly said, teacher is not just a teacher, he is now a facilitator. He has to ensure that something is taken by this and exhibit it and practice it. That is the order of the day, that is the call of the day. And therefore, with the advent of National Education Policy 2020, we are going a bit further. We were practicing this the moment the NBA came, the NAC accreditation came, the outcome-based education came. The practices of the teachers were changed according to the requirements of all these international bodies, which were directed towards making the students empowered, making the outcome of the education important rather than just holding the knowledge. With NEP, we have further progressed into it. National Education Policy speaks of the open education. Education not bound by the principles, the framework that is very rigid. Now the framework is very flexible. A person who wants to study arts, being in engineering, is allowed to study the arts. who wants to practice dance in engineering, he or she is allowed or permitted academically to practice that. Which means a blend of everything, preparing a complete human being who can be an important stakeholder, an important part in the society and in the country. The outcome-based education has culminated into the tenets of this NEP 2020, so that a lot of freedom has been given to the students. It goes back to our ancestral days when the students went in search of the teachers, stayed with them and did all sorts of things and learned as a byproduct. The learning was from the textbooks, from the scriptures, whereas a byproduct. The living was taught to the students. I refer back to the days of Gurukulas. And now, not having to go to the Gurukulas, the concept has to be brought into the education. That is the need of the hour, that is the order of the day. And it poses a lot of challenges to the faculty. And therefore, events like faculty development programs become very relevant. And they become very much needed and relevant. That's because the effectiveness, see, as Desai sir said, the fingertips, you have all the information, the students have all the information. Then why a student should come to a teacher? What extra a teacher is having in him or her that makes the students, that attracts the students to come to the teacher? This is the mute question that every teacher has to ask and get himself or herself empowered. That students look to you as a resource. Student look to you with respect. Student come to you to fetch the knowledge that you are providing extra over and above what Google provides. Otherwise, all that we teach on board in the classroom, everything is available in Google, maybe in a better form than we teach. Why the student should come to the class, come to the teacher, and learn from the teacher himself or herself? This is the question that the faculty has to ask himself or herself and try to change to the needs of the hour. The challenges in the new courses, as I am addressing the faculty at this moment of time, I would not hesitate to refer to the courses. The integrated professional core courses, which are called under NEP schemes. Prakash sir is with me. He was chairman of board of studies where I was a member. We evolved a few syllabi for a few subjects. The challenge is that you have been given less than half the time to cover more than thrice the syllabus and make the students learn. Already the teachers' problems were with the given syllabus we are not able to cover and complete our teachings to the students in the given 40 or 50 hours as the case may be for every course. But today in those no more 50 hours per course is there. It's only 40 or less now. In 40 hours or less time, we need to cover 2.5 to, because more courses, more relevant courses have been introduced in NEP 2020. So this is the challenge that the faculty will have. And therefore, faculty development programs which impart the expertise of covering more in less and inspiring the students to explore on their own becomes more crucial. So that is the role of the teacher now. The role of the teacher is not to make them fetch the water, you have to show the water and give the importance of the water that is needed for them for the life. And inspire them that they are after this knowledge. They do it on their own. Doing on their own is the best way of learning. This aspect has to be impressed upon the minds of the students. That is the greatest challenge the teachers will be having. We need to come out of our mindset of teaching and learning. It is learning and learning only. The teacher also learns along with the students, and students also learn. So the greatest of the challenges to implement the NEP 2020 is not the syllabus, not the technology, not the delivery. It is the change in the mindset. Rightly said by Engineer Desai that it is unlearning. Learning is not an issue. Learning is not a challenge for the teachers. Unlearning definitely is. I have been doing certain things for 30 long years now, and I am asked to do things differently from tomorrow. It's the greatest challenge. Probably that is not as big a challenge for youngsters like you, like the students over here, but definitely it's a greater challenge for the experienced teachers. The best of the teachers also will find it difficult to cope up with this, and therefore deliberate efforts, hard work on the part of the teachers is required to become eligible teachers under NEP in the eyes of the students. The nation expects that the teachers are the main stakeholders in the implementation of this 2020. When this was devised and policy was formulated, many teachers all have come together. These best of brains in the country have come up and then devised this and evolved this NEP 2020. I'm not saying it is, perfect to the core. There might be some loopholes, there might be some shortcomings in this also, which could be corrected, can be corrected as we progress further. But start we have to, and we have done already. And therefore, my appeal to all the faculty members who have joined this online as well as offline is to think in this aspect. Geotechnical engineering, latest trends in the field, they need to be told to the students rather than just what is the, Rankines equation and all those things. They are there, they will learn, they will know it, how to use it, how to implement it, how to evolve procedures on the site which are more effective than what they are today. What are the latest trends in the industry? The industry has to be brought into it. The other day I was talking to Director IIT Dharwad. It's from the North Karnataka only. He was of the opinion that the more practicing engineers should come into academics, so that the knowledge in the field, the procedures in the field, the requirements and the challenges in the field are at least impressed upon or at least made aware to the students today. Not just the academy, not just the exercises in the textbooks. Textbooks have been evolved. I was talking to Kadri sir while I was coming here. In the last 20-25 years, when I was a student, there was no textbook. And I'm sure that the seniors sitting over here will also agree with me. Concept of textbooks was never there in engineering. Engineering is not taught to a syllabus. Engineering is taught with a concept. Engineering taught is with a procedure, with a natural happening. What is happening around us? So it's not taught with, one topic, another topic learning objective, course learning objectives, they are there. But at the same time, the entire concept has to be understood, not the syllabus and the wordings in the syllabus. So therefore, the field knowledge has to be brought into academics in a more rigorous way. That was his opinion. I also added to this, the reverse also is true. The field also requires more academic knowledge, because I'm sure the people in the field are, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years ago, they graduated. And very few people would have an opportunity to lay their hands on the academics again, on the books again. They are so much, engrossed in the day-to-day affair that they tend to forget the academics, forget to update their knowledges. And therefore, academicians also are required to go to the field. There has to be a constant interchange. Like, the molecules during the vaporization stage. Condensation vaporization is a continuous process, it keeps on going in the nature. Likewise, this is the nature of engineering. Here the entry of academicians into the field and the field experts into academics, both should continuously happen. There was a thought there is also the concept in the NEP 2020 that internship is not just for the students, it is also for the faculty. They have to go to an industry, go to a field, stay there for 6 months or 1 year, work there on the projects, and then come back and then again teach in the academics. So that makes, the edge of teaching. I can proudly say, my teaching is slightly different than others in my own colleagues, because I blend 80% of what I deliver on my dais from the field. Because 30 years I spent in the field, only 10 years I am spending in academics. So that edge you have. You can buy everything overnight, you can do everything, you can learn anything, but experience you cannot short-live. You cannot have a shortcut for experience. It has to be experience, it has to be gone through. And therefore that experience which the field engineers got, probably the seniors also who are retired from government departments or companies who did the work on various important national, international projects, they can come to the academics and add value to the delivery. So that is, I am appealing to the practicing engineer fraternity now, that you need to add to academics. At the same time, accept the academicians, accept the students coming onto the field for their field visit, for their internship, and try to give them as much as possible. They are the future generation. They are the people who are going to hold the torch tomorrow. We may not be there tomorrow when they are holding their torches. So onus on us, on the field, that we teach, we impart, we give everything that we have with us to the next generation. When I was working on Koyna Dam, there used to be issues about securities. No one allowed on the dam, no one allowed very near to the dam also. So 1 kilometer radius, no person without a valid pass from Home Department was allowed. I violated this rule. I broke this tradition. And Kadri sir remembers, their students had come, they were stuck somewhere. I went to them, got the bus onto the dam, and all the students, I took them even inside the gallery, not just within the 1 kilometer, and held them for the whole day, and told them what dam engineering is all about. And I used to have always the fight with the police department. This is a security issue and Home Department is in charge, we are not going to allow. I said, I am the owner of the dam. Likewise, 100 crore Indians are owners of this dam. You cannot hold back the owners from seeing their own property. And regarding any, say, undertaking or you want assurance, take my name. I stand guarantee for nothing will happen if my students come there. They are the generation who are going to see this dam tomorrow. I will be no more one day. So that is how we need to accept the student fraternity. This is my appeal to the practicing engineers. So everyone I took, see, my dam is so strong. Not single person can come and do any damage to this. I have that much of confidence. Why do you have, say, doubts about the strength of my dam? Nothing will happen to it. Let the people come and see. I was carrying a project of exactly 120 crores at that time. I said 1 rupee from every Indian is invested in this project. And therefore he or she is a stakeholder. Why he or she should not see what work is being done out of 1 rupee that he or she has contributed. That should be the attitude from the practicing engineers. What we are doing is doing for the people. Serving the people is our motto. And we are not something special, we have come out from them only. Those people have so made us the engineers that we are today. It is the sacrifice of many people that we become engineers. We should remember that, and remember that we need to repay to the society, to the nation, when time comes. And it's not like you only have to go to the border and fight with the guns to serve the nation. Everywhere you can serve the nation. And as engineers, you have more scope than a soldier to serve the nation. Because soldier can serve only when there is an enemy in front of you. You can serve the nation without enemy being friends around you. Serve the entire nation with newer and newer technologies, new things, new ideas, new policies, new implementation methodologies. We can do all sorts of things. My third part would be to address the students, because they are here offline in large number. Probably the online teachers may agree with my opinion. If not, they can message me, text me that they differ, and I would stand corrected if need be. Students might be from post-graduation and graduation also. The role that students are being assigned with NEP 2020 is very great, very large. The entire country has put a lot of responsibility on you. You need to stand up to the challenge and accept it and become globally accepted engineers. Do not involve yourself into the chief means of missing classes, enjoying those things are always there. I am not saying you shouldn't enjoy the life. You must, you should. That's because it is for that we are there. All that we do is to live our life. At the same time, we have to see what life we are going to lead tomorrow. If we resort to a few things today, if we resort to shortcuts today, is it going to help me tomorrow, day after? That question everyone has to ask every day. And never compromise on anything. Probably I will narrate a couple of incidents from my life which may inspire you. It's not there in my biodata. Jaur sir knows it. In PUC I failed. In second PUC I failed. And my parents wanted me to become an engineer. That was my father's dream. My father worked under Jaur Sahib. And somehow that was inculcated in me. I also wanted to become engineer, but in PUC I failed. Next time I passed PUC. But I did not score well. I could not get a merit seat. On the advice of Jaur Sahib, my father tried very hard. We were very down to earth and humble family. We were not rich. There were only 3 engineering colleges in North Karnataka: BVB Hubli, BEC Bagalkot and Gulbarga College. My father tried very hard, paid some donation and took me admission to engineering in Bagalkot. I was a management candidate. As a last candidate in the management, I got admission to engineering. That moved me from inside. That I failed in PUC once. I failed to secure an engineering admission in the second attempt also. But in the first semester itself, I got ranked to university. And went on to secure continuously ranks. The final year, as Professor Kulkarni read it in my resume, I was first including all branches of engineering to the university. So the hidden talent will always be there in everyone. It is the moment that you decide that you want to bring it out, that is more important. So don't get bogged by, say, 1 or 2 subjects you failed, you didn't do well, you don't get distinction. Nothing will stop you from achieving if you decide it. Then I went on for the competitive exams and did all sorts of things. Wherever I worked with honesty, with integrity, with hard work. Today also 24/7. Any work, if I take up, it will always linger in my mind. Continuously I pursue it, do it with the soul and heart. Never compromise, never say, show pity on yourself. You don't have to say, I am tired today. I can't do further 2 classes, 3 continuous theory classes. I can't sit in the 4th class. I'll just go out, spend some time with friends. Nothing of that sort. At this age also, I can take classes from 8:30 to 5:30 continuously. I have done it in some workshops. Whole day, I can do it. I will do it. We just came from inauguration of a blood donation camp. Last week, we also had the blood donation camp. And I was the first to donate the blood there in the blood donation camp. Why? I'm 62, well, fine, but I can do, I'm healthy. I will be more healthy if I keep doing these services to the society, because that keeps me a good humor, good mood, everything good will be there. So my appeal to you all is, my student young friends, is do not show mercy on yourself, because your capacity is unlimited. Unleash that. If you say that, no, my capacity is 4 hours per day, you will restrain yourself, restrict yourself to 4 hours a day. Add 20 to it, say my capacity is 24 hours a day. I am only working 16 hours a day. That becomes a very light work for you. Be it studying, be it doing any social work, be it carrying out any project, anything that you do, never think that you have restrictions, you have boundaries, you have limitations. That's when you start showing mercy on yourself. I cannot say, walk, one college is too far, I need a bike. Last month we had a marathon in Hubli. I ran the marathon. So do not show. Say, maybe you get tired halfway, but push yourself. Push the limits. You go beyond the horizon. No one can limit you, only you can limit yourself. So if you unleash yourself, there is no force in the world which can limit you. Your progress, your achievements will be unlimited. So from this workshop, you also see how the things will be taught to you in future. There will be a difference between what teachers used to do earlier and now what they are going to do. And therefore, how you can tune yourself, how you can change yourself to become eligible or to get empowered to excel. So this workshop must help, will help all the stakeholders here. It's, of course, the organizers will have the credit of having organized this. They will score some good brownie points in NBA and NAC and all accreditations. Definitely they do. Faculty participating in this will definitely get to know, hear to the experts from various fields. It's good that it's done in blended mode so that you can get people like Dr. Dodgaudar from Chennai, Prasad from Mysore, and many people from local also. A very good battery of resource persons are there. Faculty has to take advantage of all the expertise that these people have. And never forget to ask questions, whether it is you are a faculty member participating in this or a student participating in this. Questions will only solve our difficulties, elevate our knowledge level. And questions are always volatile substances. The moment question takes birth in your mind, you have to shoot it out. Otherwise, it evaporates. You don't even remember what question you thought of answering afterwards. So ask questions. I don't know whether there is a provision to ask question to the online deliveries. It should be. And also, whoever is there offline, the faculty and students, I request to ask questions. It not only is going to help you, it is going to help the experts also to become more experts. The teacher learns from the students. The expert learns from the people who are seeking his or her expertise. And then it is going to help the practicing engineers to sharpen their knowledge level, elevate their knowledge level, sharpen their skills. And therefore, I appeal to the practicing engineers also to wholeheartedly participate in all the sessions and ask many more questions and help the organizers to do it in a very, very conducive, very organized way, very successful way. I wish all the success to this 1 week FDP, and once again congratulate the organizers, and thank you very much for calling me, inviting me. Thank you very much for the patient hearing that you gave me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing all your memories and letting all the students to know everything in detail. Thank you for your uplifting speech. I request all the dignitaries to come forward to present a memento to the guest of honor. Thank you, everyone. I request our beloved Principal Sir, Dr. B.R. Patkundi Sir, to say a few words.
ನಾಗನೂರು ಶ್ರೀ ರುದ್ರಾಕ್ಷಿ ಮಠದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಭಕ್ತಿಯ ಪ್ರಣಾಮಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. Respected Chief Guest of today's inaugural function, Engineer Raghavendra Desai Sir, Ultratech Head of Karnataka, North Karnataka region and Goa region, Guest of Honor, Principal of KLIT Hubballi, Dr. Sharad Joshi Sir, Chairman of Governing Council of HCBIT, Dr. F.E. Manvi Sir, Head of the Department and Convener of this FDP program, Dr. V.M. Devappa, Coordinator of this FDP, Professor Jyoti Patil, Dr. S.S. Khadri Sir, Resource Person of the FDP, Senior Members of Institute of Engineers Local Center, Chairman Sir, R.T. Jangal Sir, Engineer Gangir Sir, Senior most person in this hall, Engineer Jevur Sir, Dharani Sir, Engineer Kundari Sir, participants from the various institutes, from the various departments of government organization, and dearest student friends. Just a few days back, we have contacted VTU for the sponsorship and be part of this FD program. I requested Professor, and he is supported to organize this event that is sponsoring around 25,000 rupees immediately. So I express my gratitude to the Vice Chancellor of VTU, Professor Vidyasankar S, and also Professor Rangaswamy, and also on this occasion that Indian Geotechnical Society North, that is Hubli Dharwad head, Professor Sharad Joshi Sir also has given the consent that to be the part of this FDP. So I just express my gratitude to all these people, and also now on this occasion I compliment Department of Civil Engineering for taking up this event FDP for the civil engineering fraternity in this part of the region. So as both the guests, that is Raghavendra Sir and Sharad Joshi Sir, a stalwart in the field of geotechnical engineering and a damn expert, that what we have heard actually the biodata of Sharad Joshi Sir. So he was instrumental for the construction, for the remedials of the so many dams in the Gujarat, and that is Joshi Sir, and also Dr. Khadri Sir, Dr. R.N. Herkal Sir, Dr. S.K. Prasad Sir from JSS College, Mysuru, Professor Nagaraj Sir, BMS Engineering College, Bengaluru. So many stalwarts are actually, they have taken up for this FDP as a resource persons. And there are a number of, more than 82% have actually participated in this workshop, online and offline in the blended mode. And this actually, FDP provides a forum for the dissemination of the knowledge and also discussion about the various properties of the soil. Soil behavior itself is actually a very complex phenomena. So when that is a design engineer has to understand actually the soil behavior. So soil actually behaves a different, manner. Its properties are different from place to place, from season to season, from time to time. So all these aspects are actually, they are very important. So this is a very complex phenomena, and all these experts are actually, they are going to discuss and deliver their expertise, their field knowledge in this FDP. So practical knowledge is very, very important rather than the teaching also. So now here in this August Hall, there are so many senior faculty, there are engineers are hitting, they are here. Engineer Ganigar sir, even at the age of 70 years, he is serving the mankind. He is practicing and he is giving service to the society. Engineer Jewur sir, at the age of 86 years, my dear student friends are here. At the age of 86, he is so much interested in such activities. Every function, every conference, every international conference workshop, he never misses actually in the institute. So he is the first person to attend, and he is getting knowledge at this age also. So and also Dr. K.B. Prakash sir is also here. Engineer C.B. Hariman sir is here. Okay, so all these people, they are very much experienced people, and they are, even after the retirement, they are serving the society. How much interest they are having now also. So they can lead the life, by sitting, in the house, but their service is also required for the society, for the mankind. That is why such, these persons' service is very important for the mankind. So with these few words, I wish that all the persons who are actually involved in this FDP can take the knowledge and update the knowledge. Even for the practicing engineers also, updating the knowledge also very, very important. So this FDP will provide the forum to gain the knowledge and discuss the knowledge. So with these few words, I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. F.V. Manvi, sir, to present the presidential remarks.
Seeking the blessings of Parama Pujya Shivavasava Swamiji, Parama Pujya Tontadara Swamiji, Parama Pujya Alampramu Swamiji. Today's chief guest, Sri Raghavendra Desai, the guest of honor, Dr. Sharad Joshi, Principal Dr. Pattabandi, the head of the Department of Civil Engineering Department, Dr. Devappa, and Dr. What is the name? Jyoti Bhavi. Okay. Very senior engineers. I am seeing them in all occasions. Dear HODs and faculties of this institution and who are online. And the institution is organizing a faculty improvement program, faculty development program, which is essential for any institution. I am not an engineer, but as a management point of view, I will talk a few things. Every institution should think of developing not only the institution, we must think that the students coming here should make name in the nation or international. How it is possible? It is possible only when our teachers teach them. It is not only teaching like a school or any textbook syllabus and passing the examination, but the students also should learn something extra. What is happening in the world? What is happening in the industry? See, what we teach is a textbook thing, as he said, only for students prepare only for examination point of view. I must pass the examination and seek for a job. In 1960s, when we were just past the 11th or PUC, that time engineering colleges were very few, and BVB Engineering College was the only one in this side, Bagalkot or Ballari or some other place. At that time, we were seeing for the country. Who makes buildings? Who makes bridges? Who makes dams? Was the point at that time. And we were hearing quite a big things like Vishweshwaraya built a dam in Mysore side. Vishweshwaraya was a great engineer. Yes, true. I mean, I'm not declining that. But even we have at our level, we have seen some people sitting in the engineering department, engineering cell in Karnataka, who built many of the dams this side. We have forgotten them. There are not only chief engineering, even I was told engineering chief were there who were answerable to Vidhan Saudha directly. They were even sitting in the Vidhan Saudha. I don't know if that system is there or not now. Because I met one Sri Magdum who was an engineering in chief. Our Bale Kundri, I am talking about it. Mr. S.G. Bale Kundri was from Belgaum, whose name we are all taking every day, SGBIT, who we are studying under his name. He built maybe Ghataprabha, Malaprabha, Krishna dams, and all these people whom I am seeing, senior people sitting, they all have contributed in that aspect. I really salute all of them. And today, what we are getting, water or maybe roads or maybe buildings, is all because of them. We have forgotten these days. But today when I enter into the institution, when admissions are going on, I just see the civil department is the last to get admission. Anyway, that is a part. Because need for a job or need for the things is. But do we not require any development in the country? Infrastructure in the country. We talk of such a building, 100-storied building. How they build, even it is a real wonder. How you build flats going for 10 floors, 15 floors, 20 floors. And within no time we are seeing them. And today's even advertisements come, the steel is like this, the cement is like this, all film stars coming and talking about it. Well, my dear friends, every department is equally important to me. Infrastructure of the country is important to us. Only don't require, we always think of mobile, TV, and big internet and all these big things going on. Online things are going on. It's all right. It's a development of the country, development of the things, but infrastructure. And what all these people, seniors, are sitting here, we are seeing really Belgaum is lucky to have a smart city. And this smart city is developed by guidance of all these people. Our roads are improved, our infrastructure is improved, and that's the things what. And coming to the management side, to the faculty I am talking about, faculty needs to update themselves, first thing. It is not only a textbook teaching. Teaching is not only the job. They must also learning is simultaneously going on, as he said. What is happening? What is happening in the world? What is happening in the nation? We must impart that also to the students. That's why when the AICT chairman came, he just talked to me. There should be two-way teaching. One, let it be taught by the teacher. Simultaneously, an industry man also talk to them so that they come to know what is happening, because what we talk about the syllabus may not be there in the industry. So, faculty development program is a very important issue. In medical college, we have a department itself called medical education, where every teacher undergoes under this, and they have points for their so-called increment. Teachers for training tomorrow, need for teachers for training for tomorrow's needs. Tomorrow's needs also we should know, and that we have to train the teachers. Training the teachers for tomorrow's needs is a slogan. Now that is to be introduced here, and our Joshi sir definitely has talked about it, and we need to develop faculty training program wherein some experts like these come and tell in their own expert, maybe in computer science, maybe electrical ones, or maybe civil. All these things are necessary today for the teachers to know, and they must impart it to the students. Students, ultimately, when they come out, they should not come out just as a passed certificate, having no knowledge. Except the syllabus. Every institution, I tell very clearly, every institution should have three aspects. One, we call it as curriculum, where your syllabus and a regular teaching program, everything is there. Other one is co-curricular activities. Co-curricular activities involves workshops, seminars, conferences, and other things where the experts will come and tell us. The experts will, those who have experienced on the site, will tell us what is the real thing to be known to the students or the staff. And third thing is, of course, extracurricular, where students should know, apart from all this, to have maybe expert in debate, maybe expert in dancing, maybe expert in singing. They also should know that. Now NEP has been also talking about the same. Even they say yoga also should be introduced to the students. Yes, maybe, why not? I mean, a physical activity, I mean, we ourselves say today's generation has become a mobile generation. They don't know what is happening except to go on seeing the mobile, and they don't have any physical activity at all. Not only now, the elder students, I'm talking about even school-going students also have become mobile addicts. Now there are clinics that they have come to remove the medical, psychiatrics, Department of Psychology also have been trained to remove the addiction of mobile. Now that's a separate part. I'm not touching that part, but yoga, maybe singing, maybe dancing, or other things which are there also should be implemented. And secondly, civil engineering, it doesn't mean that he is only concerned with building or civil structure. He also should know computers. Now in our days, if you are PCM, you are engineering, you are PCB, you are medical, that was a saying. But today even people are talking biology also should be introduced in engineering, because biology, knowledge of biology is necessary for engineers in developing some bio products which are needed. Now medical physics is also they are thinking of introducing, because they know in anesthesia department or radiology department, physics is very essential. Unless you know how the rays come and how the things are come, we don't know. So they are also thinking in that line that physics should be introduced to medical students. Like that, as a management, we appreciate, we really thank the civil department for organizing this 1 week emerging trends and prospects in geotechnical engineering. There are a lot of experts. I saw the brochure. A lot of experts are talking both online and virtual, and I request all of you seriously take part in this and come out with the help of the senior people, discuss thoroughly how they have seen. And really, thank you for calling me for this, and thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Saying thank you is more than a good manners, it's a good spirituality. Now, I request Professor Shweta ma'am to propose a vote of thanks.
Good noon to one and all present over here. Bowing down my head to lotus feet of His Holiness Pujya Shri Dr. Shivabasava Mahaswamiji, His Holiness Pujya Shri Dr. Tontada Siddharama Mahaswamiji, and His Holiness Pujya Shri Dr. Allama Prabhu Mahaswamiji. I, Professor Shweta Vantmuri, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, feel privileged to present vote of thanks. It gives me immense pleasure to thank Dr. F.V. Manvi Sir, Chairman, Governing Council, for gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity to thank our today's chief guest, Engineer Raghavendra Desai, and guest of honor, Dr. Sharad Joshi Sir, for accepting our invitation and gracing the function in spite of their busy schedule. Once again, thank you, sir. I thank our beloved principal, Dr. B.R. Patgundi sir, for continuous support, motivation and guidance in conducting of such events. Thank you, sir. I thank our beloved head of department, Dr. V.M. Devappa sir, who is backbone and strength in organizing such kind of events. Thank you, sir. We thank VTU Belgavi and Ultratech for organizing this event. Thank you. I thank all the participants, faculty members, technical and non-technical staff and dear students for your participation and cooperation in conductance of this event. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. I request everyone to raise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, everyone. I request everyone to have the high tea which is arranged outside the seminar hall, and the first session will be held here itself. I request all the students to be present in the seminar hall after having your high tea.